heard the saying that a picture paints 1,000 words? Well, it may be indeed true for this collection of awesome photos. Let me bring you the 10 magnificent photos that captures the heart of the judges and made it to the winning crown for the Big Picture Natural World Photography Contest 2022. Let's start with number 10. For number 10 spot, Hidden Beauty by Tom St. George. Landscapes, Waterscapes, and Flora winner. Deep in the center of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, photographer Tom St. George encountered this otherworldly, seemingly lifeless cavern. Its dimly lit waters penetrated by thousands of dramatic stalactites. Going to number 9, Sickening the Legacy by Ben Smatty, Human Nature winner. While traveling in Romania's Carpathian region several years ago, photographer Ben Smatty came across a horrific scene. At a spawning site for common frogs, hundreds of frogs lay dead in the water, some still grasping partners, their hind legs notably missing. Poachers had plucked the amphibians from the pool as they attempted to breed, cut off their back legs to feed the frog leg trade, and thrown them back into the water to die in a lingering death. At number 8, Into the Light by Paul Hermansen, Art of Nature winner. When photographer Paul Hermansen walked outside one brisk March morning in Skye, Norway, and looked back at his house, he was dismayed. One of the outdoor lights had been left on all night, and within its bright shell he saw the dark stains of dozens of insects, drawn to the depth of the accidental beacon. As he cleaned out the fixture, Hermansen was inspired to photograph the collection of insects, hoping to shine a light on the hidden creatures that are a foundation for our lives. Creatures that we easily ignore. Amazing. At number 7, Spiderweb by Ben Smatty, Terrestrial Life winner. It was done in Hungary's Gisgonszag National Park, and photographer Ben Smatty lay still, barely breathing on a coffin-sized floating hide. In front of him, a Eurasian beaver was busy gnawing on a tree. Backlit by the first rays of the morning sun, nearby previously filled trees emerged like dark pilings from the mist-shrouded water. Cool. For number 6, The Stouts Game by Jose Grandillo, Terrestrial Life finalist. In the pre-dawn hours of a cold winter morning in the French Alps, photographer Jose Grandillo lay still in snow, waiting for a stout to emerge from his burrow. He had spent the past few days waiting in the same manner without payoff, but his patience was about to be rewarded. Shortly after the sun rose, the stout climbed out into the pale winter light and proceeded to put on a spectacular show. That was great. At number 5, After the Fall by David Slater, Aquatic Life winner. California sea lions are iconic members of the Monterey Bay ecosystem, and photographer David Slater loves diving with them. They rush past you with such beauty and grace that they leave you stunned. Gorgeous. Number 4, Tunnel Vision by Tom Schlesinger, Aquatic Life finalist. Each year from August to early October, Atlantic Goliath groupers gather off the east coast of Florida to spawn. On dark nights when the moon is new, refrigerator-sized males produce low-frequency, booming sounds by contracting their swim bladders, calling other groupers to congregate around shipwrecks or rocky reefs. Face to Face at number 3 by Fernando Constantino Martínez Belmar, Human Nature finalist. Two creatures face up through a woven wire fence. One predator, the other is a prey. One while the other essentially manufactured for our use. The moment is a manifestation of two worlds colliding with no clear indication of which will prevail. Down to number 2, Frame Within a Frame by Sitaram. Winged Life winner. Photographer Sitaram used to think of wildlife photography as something he did while traveling, but when the COVID-19 pandemic swept the globe, he started to pay more attention to the wildlife in his own backyard. One night, sitting on my balcony, I was looking at a custard apple tree, and bats were coming frequently to eat the fruits, he recalls. The whole world was cursing bats, but I decided to observe them. May spent 3 weeks watching the fruit bats, eventually learning to predict their behavior and identify gaps in the tree canopy where they were likely to make an entrance. Here comes the number 1, the grand prize winner by Karine Aigner, Bee Bowling. On a warm spring morning in South Texas, a female cactus bee emerged from her small cylindrical nest in the ground, rising like ash from a chimney. Almost instantly, she was swarmed by dozens of patrolling males and their tawny bodies forming a buzzing, rolling mating ball as they vied for a chance to copulate with her. After a tumultuous 20 seconds or so, the ball of bees dissipated and the female flew off, a single victorious male holding tight to her back. And those are the 10 magnificent photos that won the Big Picture Natural World Photography Contest 2022.